Hey guys, it's Chris Mincola with the Mincola Group over at West USA Realty, and today I'm with Andrew Fisher with Semperfi Home Loans. Full disclosure, he's our son. Uh, he is a mortgage broker, not just a loan officer. There's a difference. Maybe Andrew can talk about that really quick. But today, I wanted to talk about something that is really important. And I'm just going to pull this up on the screen here really quick for you so you can see it. Let me just share my screen on kind of like what the stats are right now on, people that are getting assistance of some sort, especially younger people. And 40% of home buyers got financial help with their down payment. That's up from 35% in 2023. 78% of Gen Z buyers are getting financial help. And millennials, 56% of millennials are getting some form of financial help. So I just thought, we'd kind of kick it off with those stats there because, that's really one of the biggest hurdles, I think, for a lot of people trying to get into the market, on these sorts of things. So, Andrew,
Yeah.
um, tell us about this new program you have. Obviously, people have heard about down payment assistance program. Most people would say, tell me about your first time home buyer programs you got, or something to that effect, right? We hear that a lot uh,
Yeah.
from people. So tell us about this new program. It's actually a grant program, right? That you have, and maybe explain the difference in that too.
Yeah, absolutely. So with down payment assistance, typically it comes in the form of, I always say there's no such thing as free money. Typically it comes in the form of you'll have a second lien on the property, and it's either a forgivable or repayable, which means say you have your first interest rate is 6% on your home. Your second mortgage that was that down payment assistance, 3.5% of your purchase price to help you buy the house, that may be 2% higher, 8%, so that is something that has to be repaid. Maybe it's forgiven after 7 years, but you're still making payments towards that. So again, no such thing as free money. It helps you out initially, but it can take up a little bit of your equity, and you're going to have a higher mortgage payment than others that would be bringing in your own down payment. So the benefit with this new program is we just partnered with a federal bank that not many mortgage brokers are signed up with them, only a few. And what they do is they offer 100 grants annually, which doesn't sound like a lot. However, they've only used about 13 so far this year, and we're already almost halfway through the year. So there's plenty available. What this bank is offering is a $10,000 grant. So it is not down payment assistance. It comes in the form of there's a soft second lien on the home. The only time you'll have to repay that $10,000 is if you sell the home within 5 years, which again, usually you're getting $10,000 to put towards the purchase of your home. You're probably going to have at least $10,000 of equity. So it's a no-brainer. With this, you're not making extra payments on that. It's a soft second. We don't have a higher rate. And that $10,000 grant is huge. Most grant or concession programs, you can only use it towards closing costs, your appraisal fees, maybe even a rate buy down. This can be used towards anything, including your down payment. So just throwing a scenario out there. This is $10,000. The minimum down payment for a conventional loan is 3%. If you want to purchase a $333,000 property, you can use that $10,000 grant. It will fully cover your down payment. If rates that day are 6% and you say, hey, I can't really afford that, I want to be at a 5%, and that rate buy down is $10,000, that grant will completely cover that. If you need to pay off a credit card, an auto loan, a personal loan in order to qualify for a loan, if you want to make your debt to income ratio lower, you can use that $10,000 towards that. So it's a fantastic program that isn't just open to first-time home buyers. You could have owned a home before and still qualify for this. The biggest catch with it, as I would say, is there's income limits. So if they look at household size, maybe you're a married couple with two children, we're not going to count income of kids. If they're 16 and work at Walmart, we're not going to count their income. It's only those 19 or older. But if your household income is under let me double check this here. They just updated a few days ago for Maricopa County. So if your household income is under $89,900 per year, which is pretty substantial, if your household income is under that, you will qualify for this $10,000 grant. You have to meet that income limit. You have to take an in-person counseling class, which we set up for you during the underwriting process. And then you have to contribute $1,000 of your own money. And that's it. So you're likely going to contribute $1,000 of your own money anyway, right? You're here to pay for, your inspection or your earnest money deposit on the home. But that's the biggest catch with this program. We don't have a higher payment. You don't have higher interest rates from this program. You're still getting the same great market or below market interest rates that we offer.
Okay. Yeah, and we were talking about it beforehand here today, and like right now, I think you had mentioned you can use it for conventional FHA, whatever,
Mhm.
and like today the rate is FHA 5.2. Your rate, not the national average, but your rate is like about 5.25, conventional is 5.62. And I know like other programs that are out there, county programs and stuff that um, a lot of them aren't grants, like you mentioned, and a lot of them will charge higher fees, higher interest rates, in effect. So yours comes in really super close to what your normal rates are.
Yes. Yeah, this is a true not-for-profit community bank program. So we're not charging more in the interest rate to make it happen. And like you said, you can use it on conventional FHA, VA home loans. It's a true $10,000, that up to your discretion.
Yeah. And Andrew's got other programs you can look at. He can go over those options with you, but you may find that this one works the best because again, if you're paying less in fees and less than a payment, you got to come up with an earnest deposit anyway. Usually you don't really see much in the way of less than $1,000 for an earnest deposit anyway.
Right.
So yeah, this is kind of a no-brainer, especially since you don't have to be the first time home buyer or 3-year minimum since you bought a house.
Yeah.
To
And it's really something too that's like, even if you don't need down payment assistance, if you're, hey, I saved up my money, I have this and that, still take it. It's a free $10,000.
Right.
Do the in-person counseling. Yeah, you may spend an hour with a counselor, going over a budget, making sure you can afford a home, but absolutely go for it. Use it. The money is there. Obviously, we have, more than 80 of those grants still remaining for the year, and they keep replenishing every year. So while it lasts, I would absolutely utilize it.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, good. Anything else you can add to this, Andrew, that they may want to know or how they should start the process?
If you're interested in starting a process, it's really easy. I have an online application link that can either be emailed or texted. Takes about 15 to 20 minutes to go through. We hop on a phone call, we review your information, look at your financials, and if you qualify, what we do is it's not like a credit card. When you apply for a home loan, it's not, hey, you're approved or you're declined. It's either, hey, you're approved up to this much. If you want to qualify for this much, let's come up with a game plan. Um, or if you can't qualify right now, let's come up with a game plan. So 6 months from now or a year from now, you can qualify.
Awesome. Well, guys, if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to us. Of course, you can always reach us at Mincola Group, and we can always connect you with Andrew too. It's 480-788-8569, or check us out at mincolagroup.com, mincolahomes.com, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.
All right, thanks.